Okay, let's start. So today, if you remember, I told you that today we're going to take two things. We're going to take the conversation and the reading that we have. The conversation is very easy and we're going to finish it early. So let's start. I need first to listen. Just a minute.
Abdullah, thanks for inviting me to your graduation event. I was really looking forward to next Thursday night.
I've been planning this event for ages. You're coming, aren't you?
Well, Abdullah, I'm calling you up to explain. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it.
No way. I refuse to accept that. I insist on your coming.
I'm sorry, I really am. You see, it's my uncle's wedding, and they're having the whole family over for dinner. They expect me to be there, and I can't let them down.
So sneak out as soon as the dinner's over.
I can't just walk out like that.
Of course you can.
Okay, so
Your
this
ending.
was...
What does Abdullah go on to suggest? 1.
No one's going to notice.
2.
Tell your uncle you're not feeling well and you're going to lie down.
3.
Be straight with your uncle and tell him you have plans after dinner.
4.
Your idea.
Okay, so this was a conversation between Ahmed and Abdullah. طيب, now the first question, they are talking about graduation event. One of them is going to have a graduation event. Who is that? Who's going to have the graduation party? Ahmed or Abdullah, Yasar, Bawarshi?
Abdullah.
Yes. Are you sure? Yes, it's Abdullah. Sorry.
Yes.
Abdullah is going to have the graduation party. Now, when is Abdullah's graduation party? It's going to be when? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Here we have. When is Abdullah graduation party? Yeah, Maria. Yes, Maria.
Next Thursday.
Yes, next Thursday, as it's written here. Now, why Ahmed is not coming to the event? He said that he cannot come. There is a reason. Why? Why Ahmed is not coming to the graduation party? Haula. Yes, what about the rest? Because they have what? Yes, Faith.
Uncle's wedding.
Whose uncle's wedding?
Ahmed.
Yes, because of Ahmed's uncle weddings, he cannot come to the graduation party of Abdullah. Okay. Now, we said that. Oh, I already said the question again. So he's not going to come. Now, when Ahmed told Abdullah that he cannot come to the graduation party, Abdullah said, "No way." Do you know the meaning of this phrase? No way? They always say it. Yes, Dania. Yes, Dania.
It's been لا ولا شيء زي كده.
When I say no, it's عادي يعني no. But when I say no way, it's a very strong way to say
No.
Yes, it's a very strong way to say no. It used to say you won't allow something. So it's mean no way. And then Ahmed said that he cannot come because he doesn't want to let his family let them down. When I say don't let me down, don't let them down, or don't let...
لا تخبريهم.
No. يلا فرح. فرح وليد.
لا تخذلهم.
Yes, which means don't disappoint me. That's
Yeah.
why they always say that, maybe in songs and stuff like that. They say, "Don't let me down," or "Don't let them down." And of course, we are familiar with the word or with the phrase, "of course." Now, one of the suggestions, you're going to see your ending. Let's see your endings for that. Now, Abdullah told Ahmed that you need to sneak out as soon as the dinner is over. What is the meaning of sneak out of something?
يتسلل أو
Yes, when you sneak out of something, it means that no one will see that. You just sneak out without making any noise. Okay? So, what do you think Abdullah is going to do? What do you think? Tell me your idea. There is nothing right or wrong. Just tell me your idea. What is the ending of this conversation? Yalla Jumana, what do you think? Do you think that no one is going to see Ahmed going out of the wedding? Or maybe um, uh, uh, or maybe Ahmed is going to tell his uncle that he's not feeling well. He's going to lie to his uncle, or he's just going to be straight with him. Do you know the meaning of be straight with someone?
صريح.
هذا القناة
Yes.
صريح.
Yes, to be honest and frank with someone. Frank and honest, they have the same meaning. To be honest with
I
someone.
think
Yes. What do you think? Or maybe you have something else.
I think he will be honest with him.
He will be honest with his uncle.
Yes.
He will tell him, okay, this is your idea, that Ahmed is going to be honest with his uncle and he will say, sorry, uncle, I have to go out now. Okay, what do you think, Juan?
Yes, me too. 3.
You think he's going to be honest?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes, thank you. Huh? What do you think, Ola, the rest? Huh, Farah, what do you think?
أنا نسيت
Uh-huh.
يدي مكتب. نسيت يدي.
Oh, Nisiti Yadik. Okay.
Yes.
Faye also said 3, said that he's going to be honest with him. You know, I think no. I have another idea. I think Ahmed is not going to come to the party. Because, I don't know, I understand from his character or his personality, he already said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not coming. I don't want to let them down. So he cares about his uncle's feeling. I think he's not going to come. Who thinks like me?
Maybe he
Hmm.
can go maybe half.
Yeah, you mean that after he finish?
Yes.
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 يعني
Yes,
go
that.
here and go here.
Yes, this is what.
He can go.
Yes, this was his friend's suggestion. Abdullah said that. Abdullah said that you're going to come to the wedding, to your uncle's wedding, but just stay a little bit and then go out. But how you're going to go out of the wedding? This was the ending. Is that, are you going just to leave without anyone seeing you? Or maybe you're telling your uncle, or maybe just being honest. Oh, Faye said something. Faye said maybe he doesn't want to go. Oh, this is really smart, Faye. Yes, maybe he doesn't want to go and he makes the wedding as an excuse. Maybe Ahmed hates Abdullah and he doesn't want to go to his party. Do you think so?
Maybe.
Yes, maybe he hates him and he just say, oh, we have زي اللي عندنا عزيمة اليوم ما نقدر ما في أحد جاي يعني بس 3 جايين. Very nice والله Faye. Okay. Also Maria said, I feel that he doesn't want to go to the party because if he wants to go, he will find a way to go. Yes, yeah, we fear that. We fear that he doesn't want to go. Maybe Abdullah's parties always, they are not fun. That's why no one is going to come to his party. Okay, thank you all. Now let's move on to the reading passage that you have in your book. So let's start. We're going to talk about keeping in touch, which means that how people from the past until now communicate with each other. Let's listen, and then we're going to have questions.
Page 12. 9. Reading.
From smoke signals to email, keeping in touch. From the Stone Age to the present, people have shown a desire to send messages to one another over long distances. In ancient times, according to one story, a chain of fires on mountaintops was used to relate the news of the fall of Troy to the people in Greece. In the past, native people in the Americas used smoke from fires to transmit messages. They developed a code in which certain combinations of smoke rising had special meanings. For example, 2 parallel columns of smoke indicated the successful return of a war party. Almost anything that makes a noise has been used for signaling. Cyrus, an ancient Persian ruler, established a line of signal towers. At each one, people with powerful voices shouted a message to the next tower, and in this way, news and information was passed on through the kingdom. A kind of drum talk is still used in Central Africa today, although few who are not natives have been able to understand it. The sender uses a drum that can produce a high or low tone. Because the local dialect alternates in these tones, the sender is able to simulate speech with the drums.
Okay, so here we have 2 paragraphs, and it talks about in ancient times, which means very what in the present time?
No,
In the
No,
old
the past.
In the past.
yes, in the past, very old times. We say ancient. Ancient means very old. حتى ليس old, very old. Now, he talks about very different ways of communicating. And it starts with what? The fall of Troy to people in Greece. They use a chain of fires on what? In Greece.
Mountain tops.
Yes, on mountain tops. Mountain tops يعني قمة الجبال. So in mountain tops, people use a chain of fires, many fires, okay? طيب, what about Native Americans? The people who used to live in America. What did they use? Yes, raise your hand, please. I need people who did not participate. Native Americans, what did they use? Did they use drums? No. Did they use emails? No. Yes, Ula. What did they use? Yes, Sidra.
Used smoke
Very good.
from fire.
Yes, they used the smoke from fires to transmit message, to tell messages to each other. Now, do you know who are the Native Americans? Do you know how they look like? Let me show you. This is how they look like, this picture. Those are the Native Americans. Also, they use, what do we call it? A rish. Yes, they use it on their head. By the way, there is something you should know. دائما, we don't call them what? دائما الناس يقولون عنهم ماذا؟ يسمونهم.
هنود الحمر.
Yes, يسمونهم الهنود الحمر. طبعا هذا شيء very not good if you notice that, or if you know this information before. It's a political thing. Don't call them الهنود الحمر. They call them that because the people who comes to America after Columbus, the people who comes to America from Ireland, يعني الناس اللي الآن نراهم في أمريكا كلهم أصلهم ليس native Americans، يعني ليسوا أصحاب الأرض. كلهم قادمين من أوروبا، قادمين حتى أشكالهم نفس أوروبا. حتى هم يقولون مثلا أنا عندي عرق إيرلندي، أنا عندي عرق هكذا ألماني. كلهم أصولهم خارجية from Europe. Okay? Those are the people who own the land. Those are the what? We don't call them Indian Americans. الناس الذين يقولون لهم Indians Americans ينشرون الفكرة إنه هذول قادم يعني أتوا من إنديا. من الهند. طب هل هم فعلا أتوا من الهند؟ No. They are Native Americans. لذلك هم دائما يقولون لا تقولوا لهم هنود حمر، قولوا لهم سكان أصليين أو الأمريكان الأصليين. لو قلتم لهم هنود حمر كأنكم تبينون أنه حتى هم ليسوا أصحاب الأرض، حتى هم أتوا من الهند، وهذا خطأ. هم لم يأتوا من أي مكان. This is their land. This is the land that they own. Okay? So we always call them Native Americans. Okay? It's a very nice thing. Yes, it's a very nice thing to know because this is their land. Okay, so here we know that those Native Americans, they used what? Smoke from fire to what? To transmit message. Do you know how they use it? Have you ever seen them?
No.
بالأفلام.
Yes. What do they do طيب? They have a fire and then?
يشعلوها.
Gun?
Yes. Yes. And then they have a blanket or something. What do they do with the blanket?
يلوح فيه.
Yes, يعني blanket, they what? They cover the fire with the blanket and then they remove it. They cover the fire and then they remove it. هكذا طوال الوقت. So they will get smoke out of the fire. The fire will not be put down. No, the fire is still on. But what? They use just the blanket to have the smoke. Put the blanket and then they remove it. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now we have another way. They use what? They use this way in what? In Persia. The Cyrus, who is an ancient Persian ruler. Ruler يعني حاكم. So what did he do to have messages and to tell the people in the kingdom information? What did he do? Cyrus. What did he do?
Established lines of single towers.
Yes, he established lines of signal towers. Towers يعني? What do we call Burj Khalifa? Oh, I already said. Yes, yes, يعني Burj. So he used what? Towers. Why he used the towers? It has what? Those towers. He asked.
Powerful.
Yes, people who have what?
Powerful voices shout.
Yes. Voice. He just called, Cyrus only called people who have powerful voices to come. Those people shout a message. What is the meaning of shout?
صرخوا.
Yes, very good. They shout messages. Do you know in which country this is?
You said Persian.
Say it again, please.
Persian.
Yes, Persian. He was a Persian ruler in Persia. Where is Persia? Not where is it? It's not called Persia anymore. It's called Iran. So before it was called Iran, it was what? Persia. What is Persia?
Persia.
ماذا نسمي إيران قبل زمان؟ بلاد؟ بلاد؟ Ola, you don't know what do we call
بلاد
Persia?
فارس.
Yes, Bilad Faris. Thank you so much. But now they call it Iran. So this was in Iran. They used what? The towers, and he has people who have powerful voices to shout the message to the kingdom. And then all the people in the kingdom, they have the information. طيب. Now let's move on to another country, which is what? This country? Central Africa. They say that they use it until today. What do they use in Central Africa? What do we call this?
Bombs.
Say it again.
Drums?
Yes, they use drums. They have sticks, those sticks, and they use drums. Why do they use them, the natives? Why do they use the drums? To tell?
The other.
Yes, to tell the others, and maybe they tell speech and they understand each other. Can you imagine that? Do you think that you're going to understand someone from just using the drums?
No, I don't think.
No.
Yes, I don't think so. But they say that they still use it until today. طيب أولى, in Persia we said that they use signal towers and they use people with powerful voices. Which one of you think that they are going to use her? Which one of you thinks that she has a very powerful voice and they will use her in these towers? For me, I think Farah Walid. Maybe they will use you there. You have a very powerful voice.
What?
I'm saying that in Persia they use powerful. They used towers, and then they bring people who has powerful voices to shout a message. For example, they will say the kingdom has a war, like this. So I'm saying that. Which one of you thinks that they are going to tell her to come and say that? And I said that it's you.
Me? Oh,
Yes,
I don't think so.
you have a powerful voice. Also, Dania, I think they are going to call you.
Yes, I think Dania.
Yes,
Dania, they are going to call you to say the news to the kingdom. Who else? Who else have a powerful voice? Dima, also Dima. I think Dima, they will call you. Dima, they will call you to say the news also. Who else? Who else? Oh, Maria, they are going to call you. Yes, also Maria, they are going to call you.
وجاء صباح.
Who? Jenna?
جاء صباح.
وأيضا حصة يا معلم.
موجود كمان.
حصة
ايوه ما شاء الله
also?
حصة.
Oh, really? They are going to call you to come and shout messages? Nice.
احمدي ربك يا معلم ان الترم هذا ليس حضوري.
لماذا؟ I want it.
حصة دائما تصرخ في الفصل.
لا تخافوا، نسكتها، لا تخافوا.
ما شاء الله.
Okay, by the way, this was Cyrus, the Persian ruler. This was Cyrus. Okay, now let's continue. We only have this.
Modern times, people have communicated by letter, telegraph, and telephone. But no one method has become as widespread as quickly as the use of email. The first email message took place in 1971. According to its sender, Ray Tomlinson, it was probably the following: QWERTYUIOP. What was significant about that? Nothing, really. This is just the top row of keys on an English language keyboard. Tomlinson was just testing out the system and using a nonsense message. He had no concept that he was going to start a revolution in communication. Tomlinson was one of a group of scientists who were working on developing better computers. The scientists at his site were able to send a message to a mailbox on the computer on their site. Other scientists could view the message in the mailbox. But there were other computers at other sites where scientists were working on the same project. Tomlinson's idea was to figure out a way to deliver messages to mailboxes on those remote computers. He used the @ sign to identify messages that were headed out of the local machine to the more distant ones. That was the start of the emailing system that we still use today. At first, the number of people on email was small, but by the end of the 20th century, there were 263 million email boxes. In the 21st century, that figure has grown to over 2 billion, and the functions of email services in the future will become more and more diversified. And text messaging on cell phones is also increasing, so people can, in effect, be in constant touch with people who are long distances away.
Okay, so here he talks about something now in modern times, which is what?
Email.
Yes, the email. Now, what is the special thing about email among the telegraph, the letter, and the telephone? What is the special thing about the email? It was what? Which
Quickly.
way? Yes, it was widespread quickly. What is the meaning of widespread? It means that everyone.
انتشرت.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good, Sidra. It means that everyone was using the email. It was very quickly to use the email more than any other way, like the telegraph or telephone or the letter. Now, when was the first email took place? When I say when, I mean the date. When was the first email took place? In which year? Raise your hand. In which year the first email took place? يلا أنهال.
In 1970.
Yes, in 1971, it was the first email which took place. Now, does the email has a meaning? The first email, does it have a meaning?
No.
No, it does not have a meaning. Only what? Only what, Juan?
الترتيب صح.
It doesn't have a meaning. This was the message that Tomlinson sent. This was the first email message. Does it have a meaning?
Top row.
Yes.
Key.
Very good. It was just the top row of keys on an English language keyboard. يعني كان عندهم keyboard وهذه كانت التوب what? Row. كانت في الأعلى. Okay? I think if you're using the laptop, أولى, you can see it. Are you using your laptop? انظري للصف الأول من الأحرف. ابدأي من اليسار, of course, in English. لو رأيتي في الصف الأول, it starts with Q. صح؟ اللي هي حرف الضاء. Yes. Yes. And then W, E, R, T, the same. Y, U, I, O, P. هو فقط كتب ماذا الفيرست row أول صف من الأحرف. So there was no meaning in the message. فقط بدأ من الأحرف الصف الأول. Okay. طيب. Now, what was the sign that Thomason used to identify messages? He wants to send messages, and he wants the people to. He wants the computers to identify it. He used the sign that now we use them in email. ما في إيميل نكتبه من دون ما نكتب هذه sign. What is this sign?
At.
Yes, thank you. It is the at sign. Okay, this one we call it at sign. So this was the sign that he used to identify messages that were headed or going to the local machine. Okay. Okay, so I think we have something in the book. Maybe we have time. I don't know. Just a minute. Okay, here we have, after reading, we have an exercise here. I think we have to stop here. Okay, do the exercise at home. It's not going to be a homework. Do the exercise at home. So tomorrow, inshallah, before we start the lesson, we're going to start answering the questions here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any question, Olati?
No,
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
No, thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
Have a good day.
Have a nice day, honey. Okay, let me take the attendance. We will start with Ula Wahed, right?
right.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Raden, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Dania is here. Layla? I'm not opening the chat. You have to turn on your mic. Layla, are you here? She's absent. Juan is... Okay. Juan is here. Mariam Awari is here, right, Mariam?
Yes.
Yes, and Lara?
Yes, teacher.
Sarah Muhammad? Sarah? Okay, Sarah Mohammed. Okay. Rama Abdulaziz is here. Sidra is here. Zainab.
معلمة.
Yes.
موجود.
Yes. Okay. Warif. Warif, turn on your mic, please. Are you here? He's absent. Lujain.
Yes, teacher.
Jude Ghazi is absent. Lama Mansour.
Yes, teacher. No,
Oh.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Lama Mansour is absent. Lama Al-Aufi is absent. Hadil is here. Sarah Bawash is here. Razan Al-Aufi is absent. Layan Abdullah is absent. And Jumana is here. Jude Basim. Jude Basim is absent. Maria is here. Rimas. Rimas is absent. Rina is absent. Hissa. Okay, I'm sorry. طيب وصلنا إلى حصة. Are you here حصة? She's absent.
موجودة.
Okay. Rina is absent. Rital.
موجودة رينا. أنا موجودة.
Okay. Rital, are you here? Okay, and Jana. Anhal is here. Jana Sabag is here. Jude Ridwan.
معلمة لم تقولي اسمي.
قلت يا ريماس and I
معلمة.
think ريماس. Yes, قلت اسمك.
وأنا ليان لم تقولي.
وأنا
أيضا
أيضا
جدا.
صوتك عند رزان.
Okay, قلت اسمك ليان. Okay. طيب جود رضوان, are you here?
أنا جمانة يا معلم.
Yes, I know you're here.
teacher.
Okay, Jude is here. Juri is here. Dima is here. Rimaz is here. Rimas. Rimas is absent. Aisha Al-Qarni. Aisha is absent. Aisha Qazinli.
موجودة.
Ghala is here.
موجودة.
Yes. Farah Al-Mhasen.
نعم.
Farah Zaytuni is absent. Farah Walid is here and Faye is here. Layan
Yes.
and Hannah.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so this is all for today. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Nice day, teacher. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.